Welcome to Fresh Hop season. There is a whole world of excitement here. It is this time of year where we go out and we grab hops straight off the vines right before they go to the kiln to be processed. These hops, they're basically ripe and ready to go, but what happens is that they get dried and then pelletized, but this is a moment in time where the hops are very fragile. They're closer to lettuce than what they look like when they're pelletized, and it doesn't last very long. But they have wonderful flavors of sweet candy, great chlorophyll, and really expressive characteristic. And it's a window that we have all these different types of processes to get them into the beer, from on the hop side to dry hopping to a whole other nuanced ways to get that fresh hop character in the beer and make something really exciting. These beers have a very short shelf life. They are here and they're gone, and which also makes them fun, that you also know you're getting a bunch of really fresh beers with this exciting moment captured, and then now is the time to drink them. As craft beer has evolved, so has fresh hops. What is so fun about these world of beers is there's so many different ways to integrate the fresh hops into the beer. One technique is the hot side technique, is where we're taking fresh hops, we're putting them straight into our lauter tun, turning it into a humongous hop back, running hot wort over them, and then that wort gets cooled down on the way to the fermenter, and then those beers translate to a really nice finished beer. Another method is a cold side technique, where you're taking the fresh hops off the vine and you're putting them into a bright tank or recirculation vessel, and you're taking finished beer and you're looping it over top of the fresh hops. These create a very expressive, ready to drink beer that's fragile, but gives a lot of impact and cool flavors. There's also newer techniques that are really exciting that are based around using nitrogen and processing and removing a lot of the fresh hop matter and turning it into a concentrated powder that we then use as a dry hop product that we then put on the beer as we would like dry hops. That gives a really fresh and vibrant characteristic. There's a variety of other techniques that brewers are using, but at the end of the day, it's all about getting this cool fresh hop flavor into the beer. This year, we have done a lot of work of playing around with the different hopping techniques you can do with fresh hop beers. We have a fresh hop hazy IPA and a fresh hop West Coast IPA. Both saw hot side and nitrogen fresh hops in the beer. With the hazy IPA, what we're seeing is this super cool cotton candy, fruity pebbles, a little bit of chlorophyll. It's kind of a circus of flavors. With the West Coast IPA, we got ganja and cream and strawberries and big ripe candy fruit that are super expressive. We've also done a fresh hop pale, which we use a hot side technique. With traditional dry hopping, we're getting big, huge tropical fruit, a lot of ripe flavors. We've also taken our Pilsner and done a hop side technique with Lorien hops. You get really big, expressive, fresh garden characters, more noble, but like big and unique. We've also played around with the cold side technique, where we're taking fresh Centennial hops and recirculating that on our IPA, and we get this big, piney, expressive candy fruit and really vibrant beer. Finally, we're taking a brand new West Coast IPA base, and we're using nitrogen concentrated fresh hop products and dry hopping the heck out of it with this cool new flavor experience, which is creating really soft tones, expressive fruit, and a really exciting new IPA. Fresh Hop season is not only special because we get to make all these super fun, creative beers that give the essence of the season. Here at pFriem, we're so fortunate. We're right in the middle of the epicenter in the Pacific Northwest, between the two of the largest hop growing regions in the world of Willamette Valley and Yakima Valley. We are blessed to be in this region with our farmer friends and our brewing community.